sure that you can hear me in the back, or you want the bullhorn. You good? You can hear me? Awesome. Wow. I just want to thank you all for coming out today to rally for our freedoms. I started this journey over the summer, and it started with a rant about the mask mandates in my child's school. I was frustrated because last year we were told if we got vaccinated, we didn't have to wear a mask. And teachers, they lined up, many concerned about the vaccine, but they did it anyways for the kids. Then we were told that not only did the teachers have to mask, but so did every child over 2 years old. I've seen the videos of children in preschools forced to wear masks. Someone called it child abuse. It's just sad. So I asked for the names and contact info so we can rally together as one. Once the mandates went statewide and not just to the schools, I took it to City Council, all while gathering names. I have met so many people and heard so many unjust stories. It's sad, and it has to end. Many people want to know who I am and who I work for, and my response has always been, I'm just a mom. That's true. I'm just a person like you who has a regular job. I don't have a group or sponsors, and I'm not paid to do this. I'm here to get our freedom back so my child and your children can grow up in a free America. To the government officials, do you see the people now? You may have millions, but we are the majority, and this will end. You lied to us. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Get the vaccine and you don't need to mask. Get the vaccine and it will all go away. And then the government did the unspeakable. The Emmy Awards for the rich and famous with no mask, all while in close quarters. Dine and rub elbows, with your lobbyists unmasked at the French Laundry, all while you shut down every other restaurant in California. And then they get their hair done when all salons were closed and call it a setup. This is beyond disgusting, and it will end. Whew. Okay, the truth is, COVID is not ever going away. You don't need to be a doctor to understand this. Take the Spanish flu of 1912. The flu is still around and kills people over 100 years later. This will be COVID. People will die, people will be hospitalized, and people will get sick, and some not. This is a reality, and the people know it. As of yesterday, per Johns Hopkins, only 2% of infected people have died from COVID worldwide since COVID started. 2%. We are fighting for the right to live how we want. The people have heard the stories about vaccines and how it limits the severity of illness, but people still have the right to choose.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna choose, and it starts. We're gonna get this done. It shouldn't matter if I'm vaccinated and I want to eat at a restaurant with someone unvaccinated. The CDC says, and I quote, vaccinated people can still become infected and have the potential to spread the virus to others. This is just like the unvaccinated. So tell me, government, why can't I eat as one without discrimination? I'm gonna come after that government, I'm telling you. We're gonna do it. And then the government came after our babies. Nope. I'm a fierce mama bear. I look at all the other fierce mama bears here. You don't mess with our babies.
That's right.
And I never knew how dark politics were until now. It's sad to see a country go from we the people to politicians with investors. Listen up, the opposing party, the American Pediatric Society, the one mandating masks for our children. Their biggest supporter is fighting supervisor. Don't follow the science. Well, you should follow science, but follow the money. The government is trying to mandate vaccines for our children when the CDC says, and I quote, most children with COVID-19 have mild symptoms. This is a science. Or they have no symptoms at all. In 22 and a half months, 657 children have died from COVID, most with underlying conditions. But in the 2017 through 2018 flu season, usually 11 weeks, but that season was 16 weeks. 186 children died from the flu, and the flu vaccine was not mandated because we are a free country. One thing that the CDC should change is that they publicly report numbers of One thing that should also change is the CDC should publicly report numbers of adverse effects from COVID vaccines in children. Not just the infected and deaths. The people need to know. We're only getting information from our friends and family, and we know about the heart inflammation in children from the vaccine. This is unacceptable and will not be swept under the rug. And then to the government who thought it was okay to terminate our frontline heroes. Nope. To terminate nurses who held patients' hands and went to the hospital in the beginning when we didn't know about COVID. Thank you. Thank you to all the first responders. We couldn't have done it without you. Today, we stand united. We want vaccine choice, mass choice. Stop the vaccine mandates. Stop the discrimination. History has taught us not to discriminate. No one should be discriminated against. This is not what the majority of businesses want. Stop terminating frontline heroes. Stop threatening to deny education for a lack of vaccine when the vaccine hasn't even finished a long-term fertility study. Recognize natural immunity like the CDC does for other viruses. Government, listen to the scientific studies that a person who contracted COVID and has a natural immunity has antibodies 27 times higher than the vaccine. It does not make sense to immunize. Let me try that again. Thank you. Especially when the CDC doesn't make immunizations for other viruses once contracted. Many people ask where we go from here. First, by coming here, this is huge. Look around. This is the majority. To the government, do you see this? We will win. Evil never prevails. We're going to win this. We are going to win this. Second, I'm navigating and researching charter laws. I may be wrong, but from what I understand, charter laws can supersede state constitutions. Take Proposition H in San Francisco. How San Francisco obtained a law that goes against the constitutional right to bear arms is they made a charter law. To make a charter law, you have to become a charter city. Once done, you need 8% of a city's signatures to have it on the ballot. Just today alone, today, in a couple hours, school choice got 1,000 signatures. That's huge. That's huge. Mama Bear's gonna get some signatures for this charter law, where this is gonna end. This is, oh, hang on. I'm not a public speaker. I'm just a mom. I don't know you. Okay. If it passes by a popular vote, it can become a charter law, which can supersede state constitutions. So, Brentwood City Council, City Manager, and City Attorney, you have my contact information, but still have not returned my call. I want to work with you And if you continue to ignore, I will continue to tell the people the city ignores its citizens, but I will also pursue my answers. Thirdly, we can stand up. There is a group out there that works primarily with businesses. I was floored when I heard that the health department was fining businesses for not discriminating. $250 for the first fine, $500 for the second fine, and on the third, they shut the businesses down. My Freedom Rally has made it their mission to stand peacefully with you at your business if you are shut down. But this group needs your help. If you want to join this movement, go to myfreedomrally.com, sign up, enter your email address. Businesses, if you want to stand there, they will be there. No one should have to discriminate. But people, they need your help. At a moment's notice, the health department could go there, and the people need to be there in numbers at a moment's notice, and it has to be peaceful. We need to get our freedoms back. Florida, you opened up completely, and right now you have the lowest COVID rate in the nation. The lowest. Gavin, do you hear that? Let me say it again. Open up. Let Florida be an example. Learn from your peers. Listen and look around. I look around and I see good people. People who want happiness, to be together, to live and prosper. I've seen smiling faces and laughs, kids playing like they should. Oh, don't get me started on the kid thing. And life. Don't let this get you down. God is on our side. Evil never prosper. We are the majority. We will win. We will defeat this. And before I go, I thought it best to give you my contact information. I'm just a person gathering some names. Again, I don't have a group. I don't have a website. I'm just. Yes, I have you. Oh my God. Yes, we have the people. If you want to be a part of my email communication, you can email me at Holly Bishop. That's Holly with an EY. at Comcast.net. Maybe one day I'll get a website, but I'm working on it. I will add you to my list and we will win. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for standing together for our freedoms. Thank you to my freedom leaders. This Bose microphone is amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you for standing together for our freedoms. Let's support the small businesses in town. They've been through a lot these past 2 years. Thank you. You guys are great. We will get through this. Thank you.